Thank you. That's much better.
You ready? Thank you. Is that my... This is good. Yeah, you start. Yeah.
Good afternoon, or good morning, rather. Still morning. Good morning, y'all. Thank you all for joining this morning as we get started with what we are calling Enough is Enough initiative. Joining us this morning, I want to thank all of the public safety officials throughout the city that have joined us this morning in this initiative, in particular for this effort. Speakers today are actually going to be Mayor Renard Johnson, followed by El Paso Police Chief Peter Pasillas, and then also our County Judge Ricardo Samaniego, followed by our El Paso County Sheriff Oscar Ugarte, and then a special speech by Ms. Lupe Hernandez Lucero, who is the mother of a DWI victim, as well as one of the founders of a new initiative, a new effort that they are going to talk to us about. Then we also have our District Attorney, James Montoya, and then also followed by our Mayor from Socorro, Rudy Cruz Jr. With that, I'm going to ask Mayor Renard Johnson to please join us.
Well, good morning, everyone. I want to begin by first thanking the media that has shown up today for this very important press conference. I also want to thank the various law enforcement agencies that are and our community partners that are flanked here with us today. We have El Paso Police Department Chief Pete Pasillas, Judge Richard Samaniego, Sheriff Oscar Ugarte, and Sheriff, I want to thank you for doing such a great job already tackling this issue. Also, I want to thank District Attorney James Montoya for being here, Brigadier General Rory Crooks, who is now the Deputy Commanding General of the Operations for the 1st Armored Division at Fort Bliss. We have Mayor Rudy Cruz in attendance here with us today, and we will also have testimony from Ms. Lupe Lucero, a mother of a DWI victim and founder of Sober Streets Movement. I also want to thank TABC Paul Parent for being here today, and DPS Joe Sanchez for also being in attendance here with us today. So why are we here? El Paso, enough is enough. Today we are drawing the line in the sand when it comes to drinking and driving in our community. The status quo is unacceptable, and we will not tolerate a culture that treats drinking and driving as anything less than a deadly threat to our great citizens of El Paso and this region. All of us have seen far too many stories of individuals that have selfishly taken the lives of a loved one or seriously injured an innocent bystander. This has been the #1 issue and request that my office receives on a daily, if not on a weekly basis, to address the drunk driving in our city. So today we are doing just that, especially with Memorial Day approaching. I would like to bring up our Chief of Police, Pete Pasillas, to say a few words. Pete?
Thank you, Mayor. As the Mayor said, enough is enough. The carnage on our streets is unacceptable. The community came together after the Walmart shooting, and we lost 23 individuals out there. We lose more people on our streets through fatalities than we do homicides in this community. So enough is enough. And we are not going to arrest our way out of this. In 2024, we had over 1,300 arrests for DWI. We had over 181 that had multiple DWIs. This is where we need the community to get involved. When you're called into jury duty, we need to listen to the facts of the case and make the decision as a whole for public safety. There's no reason that this family should be standing here or any other family should be standing here. This is preventable, 100% preventable. So along with the DWI enforcement, we are starting a zero tolerance on traffic violations. There are traffic violations that the state of Texas allows us to impound vehicles for hazardous vehicle operations. And if you do not have a driver's license or insurance, expect your vehicle to be impounded. We are going to stop this traffic problem in this city and this county once and for all, together, through law enforcement, through the mayor's office, and through the courts. One more item is going to be coming up across the City Council before the end of the month. A new ordinance that allows Ubers and Lyfts to have a place to park close to establishments. In this day and age with cell phones and share ride programs, there is no excuse that we cannot get a ride home if we've had too much to drink. Mayor, thank you once again for your leadership.
Thank you, Chief. Mayor, thank you so much for doing this. This is El Paso, and the Chief mentioned that when we're aware of a situation that's critical to us and to our safety, El Paso comes together, and we know that. And so we're actually pleading that the community come together. I had experience as a mental health professional, probation officer, and I got to see the devastation to families, to themselves because of what they're going through, having a DWI, which you can imagine the extension, and also the fact that the family gets impacted. And once the family gets impacted, everybody gets impacted. So this is a great opportunity for us to come together. Chief Ugarte, thank you very much for also leading into as much as you're doing on these weekends. Memorial Day, as we've said, is coming up. I don't know, I'm also very close to Judge Anchondo, who has a treatment court, and you can imagine being at that treatment court. And so he's also a champion, not only of the treatment process, but of keeping people out of the street that shouldn't belong in the street. So once again, we're asking for your support. We're asking for you to understand, and also when you hear the stories of these beautiful families and what they have to go through, preventing or avoiding even just one family having to go through that is a lot for our community. So once again, the best to all of the law enforcement and their safety as well, and we thank you for coming together as a community. Thank you.
Sure.
Okay. Good morning. I'm Oscar Ugarte, your El Paso County Sheriff. First of all, I want to thank city and county leaders for their continued support of law enforcement. I also want to thank law enforcement partners who participated in this weekend's DWI operation. While campaigning, the number one concern I heard at doors was DWIs. Enough is enough, like the mayor said, and we are working on addressing these DWIs. As the Sheriff's Office established an El Paso County DWI task force, bringing together agencies from across our region with one goal: to keep drunk drivers off our roads. Every time there's an operation, we're reaching out to every partner, and they continue to answer the call. This past weekend, our operation included every municipality in El Paso County, our constables, state troopers, Texas Department of Public Safety, and Texas Alcoholic Beverage Commission. I want to thank each individual agency, because without them, we couldn't make this possible. This weekend, our operation, it was El Paso Police Department, Socorro Police Department, Clint Police Department, San Elizario Police Department, Horizon City Police Department, Anthony Police Department, Constable Precinct 1, Precinct 2, Precinct 3, Precinct 4, Precinct 6, Texas Department of Public Safety, led by Director Joe Sanchez, and TABC, led by Major Paul Parent. Thank you very much. That level of coordination speaks volumes about our shared commitment to addressing this issue head on. Because of this collaboration, we made 48 arrests, 37 of them being for DWI. That number is unacceptable. It proves that there is one agency issue. This is a community-wide problem that requires a united front. Let me be clear, this isn't about sending people to jail. This is about saving lives. We want people to go out, enjoy everything in our beautiful city, enjoy the entertainment districts, but at the end of the night, make a responsible decision and do not drive. As we approach Memorial Day, we know the risk is increased. That's why the El Paso County Sheriff's Office will be joining forces with the El Paso Police Department again to conduct DWI operations. So today, I'm asking the public to make smart decisions, plan ahead, and don't drive drunk. Whatever it takes, your decision can save lives, including your own. We created this task force to send a clear message. Enough is enough. We're doing everything we can to prevent tragedy and keep our roads and our families safe. Thank you.
I'm not as tall as the sheriff there, but that's fine right there. Thank you. Well, you have all the leaders here from the entire county, Mayor Johnson and Ricardo Samaniego, our county judge, and you have me, the mayor, who represents a population of approximately 48,000 residents in the city of Socorro. And then we have our county sheriff, Oscar Ugarte, and Chief Police Pasillas, all here in our suits and ties. But what is it that we're going to do? Are we going to stand behind the mic and talk about it all day? Are we going to listen to the stories of these families who have lost loved ones? Or are we going to take action? Well, I think the simple answer is this community has already taken action. With its rich history of celebrating, keep in mind we celebrate just about anything. We celebrate the births, the quinceañeras, the graduations, and we celebrate just to celebrate. We celebrate when people pass, and I think the culture needs to change now, and we need to celebrate responsibly. My police chief Rojas, couldn't be here with us today because he's attending a training, but he wanted to share a few words. On behalf of Police Chief Rojas and the City of Socorro, Texas, I want to thank Mayor Johnson. I also want to thank Police Chief Pasillas for the invitation and for hosting this important event. On behalf of the City of Socorro, I'm very proud to stand in support of this campaign and this united effort to make our streets safer. The message today is simple and urgent. Enough is enough. Enough lives lost to impaired driving. Enough families impacted by preventative tragedy. Enough tolerance for behavior that puts our residents, our children, and our future at risk. In Socorro, we've chosen to be part of the solution. We recently joined agencies across the El Paso County in a coordinated DWI task force, an operation built on collaboration, prevention, enforcement, and public awareness. This past weekend, our officers participated in the joint effort for the first time. This kind of interagency cooperation is a true force multiplier, and it's already making a difference. In preparation for this initiative, the Socorro Police Department conducted a detailed analysis of DWI trends in our city. The results were sobering. Over 250 DWI incidents since January of 2023, the majority occurring in early morning hours of Saturdays and Sundays, a high concentration of incidents near homes, schools, and the heart of our community. This is the reality we face, and this is exactly why campaigns like Enough is Enough matter. We're aligning data enforcement, we're supporting our officers, and most importantly, we're taking action. To every law enforcement agency, every public safety professional, and every leader here today, thank you. This is the kind of work that protects lives, and it takes all of us to get it done. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My office, we file close to 2,500 misdemeanor DWIs every year, and about 250 to 300 repeat felony DWIs every single year. And people often ask me, why is this such an issue? Why do we have this problem here in El Paso? And I think it's a difficult question to answer. It's a multifaceted challenge that this community needs to face. One-time campaigns, I think the judge mentioned this before, aren't enough. This needs to be a sustained effort throughout this community to know that if you commit DWI, you will be held accountable. But more than that, I think it requires cooperation from the community to ostracize the people in our lives that we know commit this crime. Each and every person knows an ostensibly good person, a working person, who commits this crime. They might be your friends, they might be your family members, and we have a duty to ostracize them and condemn them and tell them, I know what you do and it's wrong. That's the only way that we're going to be able to change the societal acceptance that this just happens. Partaking in alcoholic beverages is not a crime. Having a good time and celebrating is not a crime. Having a substance abuse addiction is not a crime. But getting behind the wheel after you've had too much to drink is a choice. You will never hear me or anyone from my office call these accidents. They're not accidents. They're crashes. An accident, things just happen. That's not what happens. People make a choice to drink. They make a choice to drive. They take a chance. And consequences happen. And I've seen enough of these cases to know that when a DWI offender kills someone, they never meant to. They didn't wake up that morning thinking, I'm going to kill someone in a DWI crash. They don't go out that night thinking, I'm going to hurt somebody. But they've made choices that have led them to that point, and they take a chance. And what everybody here needs to understand is if you choose, and the people out there right now, there will people be tonight who go out and drink and drive, and they need to know that they are taking a chance that they're going to get caught, a chance that they're going to hurt themselves, a chance that they're going to kill someone else. And we need to up the chances that they're going to get caught. And I'm very grateful to Chief Pasillas. The Paso Police Department has had a DWI task force for many, many years. Very grateful to the sheriff for organizing a county-wide DWI task force, because the people that commit this crime, they don't pay attention to the city limits. People come and they go. And this really is a county-wide challenge. Chief Pasillas mentioned we need folks to show up to jury duty. My lawyers, we will try these cases. Like I said, we have over 2,000 cases. We can't take them all to trial, but we're going to try our best. And we need the community support. People don't realize this. That people accused of crimes here in the state of Texas, they have a right to have the judge or a jury assess their punishment. People don't know that. Texas is one of the few states where the jury chooses the sentence. And so we need El Pasoans to show up to jury duty, and we need El Pasoans that get chosen for jury duty to send a message on how seriously we're going to take this crime and what is the punishment worth. But enough is enough. I want to echo what the mayor said, what the sheriff said. On the campaign trail, this community has had it. They want to see action, and people need to know that if you commit DWI, you will be held accountable. In 2025, there really is no excuse to not get home safely. I know that the messaging from Matt is make a plan. Make a plan. When you go out and you've already had some beverages and your thinking is already inebriated, by that point it's too late. Before you go out, before you celebrate these graduations, before you celebrate the summertime, make a plan on how you're going to get home. Nobody wants to wake up. Nobody wants to wake up to what these families have experienced. And I know in this community, nobody wants to cause this harm. But when you make that choice and you take that chance, there will be consequences. Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. First, I want to thank the law enforcement for finally stepping for our loved ones. Thank you. Mayor Johnson, District Attorney, thank you for hearing our loved ones' voices. El Paso, Texas, when is enough going to be enough? My name is Lupe Hernandez Lucero. I stand before you not just as one voice, but as part of a collective, a group of mothers who have suffered the unimaginable loss of a loved one to a drunk driver. Together, we are the Sober Streets movement. We are a movement born from the heartbreak, but fueled by purpose. We have turned our pain into action and our grief into a call for a change. In the heart of El Paso, we stand united, not just for our children, but for every family still at risk, for every life that can still be saved. As Memorial Day approaches, a time when we honor the lives of those who made the ultimate sacrifice, it's also a time to ask ourselves, what are we doing to protect the lives still here? El Paso is facing a crisis, a rising number of DWIs, shattered families, and a courtroom injustice. We cannot keep allowing repeat drunk drivers to walk free while innocent lives are buried. When is enough going to be enough? How many more sons, daughters, parents, and friends must we lose before our city, our state, our leaders say no more? No more victims. Our loved ones are not just another case number. We are the voices of grief turned into action. We are families demanding justice. We are a city calling for accountability. Driving under the influence is not an accident. It's a choice. And when our justice system gives drunk drivers an easy way out, it's not just failing victims. It's endangering everyone. Weak laws and lack consequences allow repeat offenders back on the roads. It's time our legislators step up. Enough is enough. Today, we're not just raising awareness, we're demanding a real reform. Mandatory jail time for repeat DWI offenders, ignition interlock devices and better monitoring systems, public transparency about sentencing and courts accountability, leaders who prioritize safety over politics, bring back checkpoints, hold local bars establishments accountable for every serving their customers, and to partner with rideshare programs, Uber, taxis, or designated drivers. Together with city officials, law enforcement, victim advocates, and community leaders, we're launching a Memorial Day safety campaign, a united front to prevent impaired driving and save lives. This means increased enforcement, education, and community outreach, but it also means challenging the laws and the systems that have failed us far for too long. Let this holiday not be remembered for another tragedy, but for a turning point. Let El Paso lead the way in Texas. Let us be the city that says no more excuses, no more delays, no more deaths, no more victims. No family should have to bury a loved one because our laws failed to stop a drunk driver. Enough waiting. The time is for action, for changes now. Thank you, El Paso.
So everyone that's here today is with me is committed to making a change. They're here because they care about this community. and the people that live here. Going forward, we are going to be tough on you. If you drink and drive, you will have to deal with the consequences of your decision. We can, as a community, do better, and we must do better. Let's all do our part to make El Paso streets safer for everyone. El Paso, enough is enough. And I want to thank our law enforcement agencies that are here with us today, our community partners, and everyone that has showed up. But today is going to be a change in our community, and we are going to be tougher on you. So enough is enough. We will take some questions, I believe.
Mayor, we'd like to be able to get one-on-one interviews for media and be able to do some interviews in Spanish as well. So we'll break it up right now and ask media to come on up. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining.
Got it.